It's Org from Mork. Here with the cheers and the bits. What are your thoughts on John Shafter and his splitting with Hansi Kirsch? Well, you know me, Gossip Central over here, always talking about the couples breaking up. You know, it's what we talk about here. So thank you for bringing it to my attention, dude. I ain't got a clue who either of those people are. I appreciate the cheers and bits. I appreciate you wanting to hear my take on it, but the only take I can give you is that I don't like gossip. I don't like speculation. I don't like drama. Like people's personal relationships when they become in the public limelight. I think it's not a healthy thing to have big speculation around it. You know, people get fed little bits of information, usually on one person's side or another one. Sometimes that information is coloured to, you know, serve a certain agenda for whoever people tend to try and defend or argue for. I mean, and a lot of the time with celebrities, it's people that, you know, they don't even know, and yet we've got all this big investment in their relationships. It's all pretty unhealthy in my mind. I steer clear of that kind of drama, and you know, whenever I hear about it, mostly I just think it's a shame. You know, more people don't stick together, especially in terms of marriage and divorce. But that's kind of my take on it, really. Just I feel like it's something I should keep my nose out of, and I don't think a lot of good comes from people putting their nose in other people's business and having opinions on this stuff. You hear quite a lot that celebrities will talk about, you know, this pressure from the media and from the paparazzi, and you know, that's quite a concern that we can do that to people. You know, these sorts of things I think should just be kept between the people that are in that relationship. Oh, he's the guitarist for Iced Earth, says Orc from Mork. So I guess this might maybe have also something then to do with the what was it, January the 6th, the Capitol Hill? I can't remember the date exactly, because he was known to be there and then got a lot of backlash for being there. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just none of my business, essentially, is how I feel. Do you watch the Frenemies podcast, says Lucas Mucus? No, I don't really. I really love the H3 podcast, but anything drama, anything gossip, I just tend to tune out. And to be fair, a large portion of it is now that kind of stuff. I just skip over it. All the David Dobrik, whatever his name is, don't want to know about it. You know, it's nothing to do with me. I'm not invested in that community. I don't want to be drip-fed information from various people who have a take on it. You know, these people are nothing to do with me. I just feel like as a viewer you should stay out of it, and having the ability to share opinions on this stuff as well, I also feel like you should stay out of it, I guess, to some extent, until it actually maybe involves you in some way. I have no idea what you're talking about, says the Thinky. Well, good for you. It's just a bunch of drama that's going on, you know. He says, she says, you know, it makes views. That's one of the other things I think that's a little damaging here on YouTube or Twitch or whatever social media environment, is that, like, there is a indirect, sometimes direct financial incentive. I mean, you know, there's a financial incentive for me to play this game, right? Like, it's part of the ecosystem. So I'm not trying to be overtly critical, just something to think about is that drama drives views, and for some people, views are their job. So there's obviously a blurry grey line there. You know, everyone has their opinions when they see some channels. There's some channels out there that, you know, do nothing but drama, and it's obviously their business. So what's important to realise there is that usually the height of the drama, you know, how do you play it up? You won't believe what this person said. Oh, they're cancelled. All that kind of like hype around it brings in the clicks. So, you know, someone's take, how they present things that are going on, gets influenced by that. Get influenced by the fact that if they frame things differently, if they're more outraged or offended, you know, it can bring more views in. And it's a worrying thing about the social media climate in general, really. Stay Fun says, prefer banter over drama. I don't like banter either, actually. Usually because I find it difficult to understand what banter is. So, unless it's with like a friend that you know really well, I generally find banter pretty confusing. And obviously, like, a part of banter is having a dig, so I generally don't like it and try not to do it unless I think it's appropriate or I understand it, if that makes sense.